Well, hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Wristwatch Obsession. Today I'm going to do a review on the 1820 series of watches made by Luminox. This one is the model 1827 because of the color combinations, which is the ivory dial, so-called. I really think it's closer to a cream color. In really bright sunlight, it's a little bit lighter, but basically it looks like a really light beige color, more like a light cream to me. It's absolutely beautiful dial. I love it. So many of my watches are black, so when I get a chance buying a new watch, if I can get a different color to add to my collection, I try to pick that one up. So the colors of this model, the 1820 series, they have a black PVD coated with a black face. They have a silver with a black face. There is a coyote tan with a black face. That's coyote tan on the strap, and on the indices, the Arabic numbers, and the hands. And they also have like a really vibrant blue color. That looks, it's really bright blue, and it's kind of iridescent. It kind of moves all around. That's kind of a cool looking version. There's also an orange. There's a blackout one. The blackout one, you could actually, unlike a lot of the watches that are blackout, you could actually see the time day or night. It's not too bad because of the tritium tubes. Make it bright in the daytime, as you can see here on the black hand. See how the tubes can be seen. So the blackout version, it's the same way. So there's all different versions. The black watches tend to come on a black leather strap. This one comes on a brown, which matches the face very nicely. And there's also a bracelet, all stainless steel. And the stainless steel bracelet is 316L stainless steel, as are the cases on all of these, 316L stainless steel. And that bracelet is heavy but well made as well, and that comes on some of the colors too. This is also known as the Atacama, or the day-date field watch. And it has 100 meters water resistance. Not bad for a field watch. You can conceivably go in any kind of water, swimming, snorkeling, that kind of thing. It's not really meant for diving since it doesn't have a bezel. But it can go in the water no problem because it has a screw down back and it has a screw down crown here. You can see it has really nice guards. So let's go over the dimensions. This is a 42 millimeter watch, and it wears and looks a little larger because there isn't a bezel. So the face is very large, very legible. The thickness is 11 millimeters, not too thick. The lugs are very well designed. It curves around your wrist. It's a very comfortable wearing watch. Due in part to its somewhat lighter weight for all stainless steel watch, it only weighs 2.9 ounces on the leather strap here, which is a really nice weight. It wears close to the wrist, very flat, and no sharp edges. So very nicely done there. So it weighs 2.9 ounces or around 82 grams. And this is a Luminox strap that it comes with. Let's get the strap over with before we get into the watch, since that'll take a lot longer. So this is 23 millimeters strap, or bracelet size. From lug to lug is 23 millimeters. The case itself is going to be right around 51 millimeters from lug to lug. It's kind of large, so if you have large wrists, no problem. Small, if you get really small wrists, it's going to be too large because, as you can see, the lugs are very long for this 42 millimeter watch. So that's the dimensions on there. So getting back to the strap, this is really well made, and Luminox straps, I gotta tell you, are some of the nicest, most comfortable straps I've ever owned on any watch. And I've had Rolexes, Omegas, Breitlings. I've had so many Swiss watches, and almost none of them can compare on their leather straps and rubber straps to the Luminox. I think the Breitling makes a really nice silicone type rubber strap that is very comfortable as well. And of course, the bracelets on Omegas are exceptional. But as far as lower priced models, the straps on the Luminoxes are just amazing. As a matter of fact, I wear Luminox polyurethane straps on all my Seikos because they carry the weight so well and they're so soft and so comfortable. I highly recommend them. So this one is no different, this leather strap. The stitching is Exceptionally well done, very strong threads. I've never had them unravel. As you can see, it has double keepers, a double pin buckle. If you notice, there is a roller on the milled buckle. This isn't stamped, this is solid steel. You know, you get really nice value on these watches, but this roller makes it very easy. So when you're putting this on with one hand on your wrist and you put it through there, it just rolls right through there, taking it on or off. If you're walking or doing something, you want to change the holes to make it a little looser or tighter, it takes a few seconds and it's just an absolute pleasure. You can see that roller moving. Really nice touch. I haven't seen this on another watch yet. Then you have the double pins there. Works really nicely. Very strong leather. You can see that it's thick here and it gets a little bit thinner as it goes down. And it was supple right out of the box. Very comfortable to wear. It barely needed a break-in period. It was comfortable from the get-go. There are brushed rivets to match the brushed case. The rivets are very high quality, as is everything on the strap. There's the Luminox markings. You can see it's kind of stained and older because I've been wearing this for like 4 years on and off with my other watches. As you can see, it has double keepers. One of them is permanently sewn in here. So this one never moves. You never have to worry about the strap coming undone because the keepers move. And then this keeper is a movable one. Makes it easier to put on. So very ergonomic. This is where I keep the holes somewhere around here. As you can see how many more holes are left over. And I have very large wrists. It's just under 8 inches, probably 7 3/4 inches, and there's still all that room left. So no problem with having the strap too short. If your wrists are very small, of course you're going to have a lot of strap left over. But no problem putting it over a garment, I guess. So that's the strap. The black one looks the same, except it's black, of course, and very high quality as well. All right, so getting back to the watch, we'll start from top down and we'll go that way. So we have a sapphire crystal. It's flush to the case. Really nice brushed. Everything is brushed. There isn't any polishing on the case other than polishing and then the brush finish. Very nicely done, but it's not going to do a lot of glare. Since this is a military inspired watch, you're not going to have flashy dress watch features like polished cases and so forth. So this is going to be more anti-glare, but still look really nice. So this is a military inspired watch. As you have an Arabic number for all the hours, as well as the 13 through 24 or 13 through 23 markings for military time. As you can see, it also has the day and the date complication. It's bilingual on the day of the week, so you could set it for either German or English. Depends on what you want. There's the Luminox logo below the 12, and we have water resistance 200 meters, which is really nice for a field watch. That's exceptional. As you can see, really nice execution. There's the sunken dial, and you can see the step right there, the three-dimensional step, very deep. Gives it that beautiful three-dimension look, really nice. And you can see those alcoves where the indices, they made room for the tritium tubes. So this watch will glow in the dark up to 25 years warranty on those glass tubes. If you've never seen one, it's really nice. How does it glow compared to other watches? Well, if you take super luminova on a watch and you put it in the sun and then you see the brightness, it's going to blow this away. The Seikos or whatever Luminox you're looking at is going to be really, really bright. But after 15-20 minutes in the dark, this one's going to catch up and this one's going to stay the same luminosity all through the night. As a matter of fact, you could put it in your safe for months and take it out. It's going to be the same brightness because it has internal radiation tritium, which is safe, but it's going to be glowing on its own. There's no need to charge it up if you're used to doing that with your luminous dials and indices. This doesn't work that way. Those tubes will glow forever. It's a green lume, except at the 12 o'clock. If you can see here, the tube looks a little bit different than the rest. It's a little darker. That's because it's amber. So this way in pitch black darkness, you can tell the orientation of the watch. Very nicely done. black hands. Those black hands set against the beige background, or what I call cream background, is going to be extremely legible, as you can tell, day or night, with the luminous tubes. So that's nicely done. As you can see on the bottom, it says Swiss made. That face is perfect. I love it. Normally I don't like the day complications or the day added, like sometimes you'll have at the top here a big the wheel where you'll have the day of the week, and I think that kind of messes up the symmetry. I think they did a really nice job when they added the day wheel here in the window. The windows are framed, as you can see. There's a beautiful black border. That's a nice touch. Well, it's a Swiss watch. They try to do it right. But they didn't have to cut off the 9 or even the 21 for the military time. They made room for that wheel. It's perfect. So really plus points on the face of the watch. If you look at the crown, we can see we have crown guards. This is a screw-down crown. There is so much room to grab that large crown. That's brushed stainless steel as the rest. There's so much room there to grab it that there is no problem unscrewing this. And it's not too sharp. It's not going to catch on anything. It's nicely chamfered and everything. No problem there. Very precision. It doesn't wobble at all or anything. That's nicely done. So the first click out is going to adjust the day and the date. You turn it one way and it's going to do the day. You turn it the other way, it's going to do the date in this direction. And that's a quick set day and date. You don't have to go through the whole month just to set those. You know, in case it's a short month or something. That's really easy to do without affecting the time. You pull it all the way out, it's hacking. You're going to be able to stop the second hand and set it to atomic time, for instance, and get a really precise setting on there. So really nicely done on that screwed-on crown. They did a good job. No sharp edges anywhere. Beautiful case design. You have a little bit of curve here. Nice little two-step on the bezel. As mentioned before, the lugs are a little bit long. Carries well on most wrists. And it's only 2.9 ounces, so you're not going to get it dragging all over the place, whether on a strap, rubber strap, or a bracelet. So this leather strap is meant to be a field watch, as it is. But if you're going to go in the water a lot, you don't want to do that with your leather strap. So for those times a year, like in the summer, you don't want to sweat on your leather. You pop this off and put on the polyurethane, silicone, or rubber strap, and you can go in water no problem with this 100-meter water resistant watch. Take a good look at that. We'll take a look at the back now. The back is likewise screwed down. I don't like pressed down backs if I can help it. A lot of my citizens have that are pilot watches, but this one's a screw down back. Mentioned Luminox. There's the series 1820. This is the 1827. That's anti-reflective coated sapphire crystal. Swiss made. 200 meters, water resistant sapphire crystal, all stainless steel case. Those are the markings on the back. This has a Ronda Swiss movement. Very competent. The battery will last right around 4 years. Different places I'm reading the tech specs on the Ronda movement, and I guess they upgraded them sometimes, so the hours are going to be a little bit different. Depends on the version you get and the era that it was made, but it's going to be between 45 and 50 months. So hovering right around 4 years, which is really nice for the battery lasting. That's a good bit of time. You're not changing it every year. All right, so I think that's about it. Not too much more to say. We're going to show it on what it looks like on the wrist. Okay, so that's what it looks like on my wrist. As you can see, it carries very well. On my 7 3/4 inch wrist, it's not too big. And those curved lugs really make it very comfortable. It doesn't really sweat under there or anything like that. As you can see, it's not too tight, but it doesn't move around at all. It's a very comfortable watch to wear. So that's it for my review of the Luminox 1820 series of field watches. I highly recommend any of the versions. I think you'll like it as much as I do. Thanks again for watching Wristwatch Obsession and my review of the Luminox Atacama field watch. Don't forget to take your favorite watch out on your next adventure, and it'll be an even more enjoyable day. Please like and subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time.